When he goes after it like he is here.
Wow, what impact. Absolutely crushed it. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know.
Well, this is how you build a good round, Frank. You just keep hitting greens. Clean this up with a tap. Did the job right there. Now the start of the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18. Par 5, 16. Frank, Tiger made birdie here all 4 days in winning in 2013.
Fred Couples made that fantastic eagle many years ago. Hole bends a little to the player's left. You don't have to hit driver here if you're a long hitter, but you really must move that ball right to left.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
And setting up here in the rough.
Rich, that was some shot out of the rough. I really didn't think he could even get that on the green.
Well, just to get it on the green, as you say, I think is a big win. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Good effort and good par putt. Frank, how early in the round are you thinking about the shot at 17?
Well, when you're playing well, you're pushing it ahead. Maybe you don't think about it till 14 or 15. If you're struggling, you might be thinking it early as the 5th or the 6th hole. But put it this way, when you make the walk from 16 to 17, you are thinking of it every inch of the way.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Frank missed the green off the tee.
Yeah, but this is certainly a tricky little shot coming up here at the par 3.
Wow, what a shot.
What are the chances of making it from there?
Now to the final hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. Frank, is this one of the toughest finishing holes in the sport?
It is, because the simple reason you've played 17 holes and the job isn't done yet.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
enough on that one.
Yeah, just seemed to baby it.
Pretty good shot right there. To win the Web.com Tour Championship. Just drip that in.
Well, it's 4 1/4 inches. Use it all.
Just a tremendous week of golf, and that, my friend, is a winner right there.
Yeah, and he should be proud of himself, too. It took golf of the highest quality to beat this high-quality field, and that is something that you will remember for a long, long time.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming your way. Hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner, and beside me is my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. We're in the state of California, set to kick off the round here at the challenging PGA West course. Par 72 setting up as a demanding challenge to any golfer stepping on this course, especially, Frank, when it comes down to the 17th hole. They call it Alcatraz.
Well, as we know, hardly anybody gets out of Alcatraz. You want to throw a little nugget in? In 2000, Joe Daly looked like he was going to get his tour card. Hit a putt from 3 foot, it hit the liner, bounced back out. A lot of things can happen on 17.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
And he's made the green. So just a formality here. Well, not in contention, but in for par. To the second hole now, par 4, only 371 yards. Frank, what do players need to look out for off the tee?
It's really a layup hole here. No need to hit driver down there. The biggest bunker in the distance there is about 300 yards. You have to avoid that. Nothing wrong with hitting an iron or even a hybrid off this. That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Well, this is the kind of wind that separates the great players from the average players. You really have to be strong to handle these kinds of winds. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Locked in on the read and the speed. Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
Just a couple of feet. Even par early on. Now to the third hole, a par 4, 471 yards. Frank, break this hole down for us.
All the trouble appears down that left. Oh, He is winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
Wow. John Daly, take a back seat, big fella. How about that drive?
Is it stopped yet? It's still going.
Frank, in the end, it is a game of precision. We know that.
No,
but
it's not, Rich.
It's not.
You tell me, after a shot like that, he's not pumping his chest out. That's what people want to do. They want to hit it like that.
Precision. I love to see guys just bomb it.
Come on, everybody wants to hit it that far.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Getting set now over the putt. Record that as a birdie to bring the score to 1 under for the tournament. For those of you just tuning in, we're checking in now on our featured golfer here at the fourth. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, Frank, what's the key to generating some momentum?
Just hitting good shots. I know it sort of sounds like the old cliche, but plenty of opportunities. A few 10, 15-foot putts start going down. This round will change dramatically.
Been this way all day. Airtight, no mistakes, solid shot.
And yet another green in regulation.
So they'll tap in. Steady, solid, and at 1 under par right now. Well, here we are at the fifth hole, a 535-yard par 5 for the long-hitting professionals. Frank, certainly not a long test. What is the challenge here on this hole?
It's another example of great design by Pete Dye. He'll give you the trouble on the left on the tee shot, and then he moves the trouble to the right on the second shot. It's going to get you one way or the other. He just smokes it.
Excellent looking shot here.
Oh, that's fine.
Starting off the round very well here, Frank, hitting fairways.
Yeah, like any sport, really, you've got to get off to a good start. We always have that unattainable goal of perfection, but really that's what drives us forward.
We're also seeing more long putters in the game.
Yeah, there's a choice. If you don't feel comfortable with a normal grip and you've got a few nerve issues, then you can, well, use a longer version, jam it in your chest, have a different fulcrum point.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
It is on the green, but that will be a tough putt on the way. Long putt here. This will require a good touch. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
And he's putting for birdie now. Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
Second round coverage coming your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. So long for now. Presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live second round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Well, the Architect Pete Dye is known for visual intimidation. We see it at TPC Sawgrass at the Players every year. And you see it right here, Frank, at this 255-yard par 3/6 with water everywhere you look.
Yeah, you could make an argument here that it suits a little bit of a cut, like a Lee Trevino-style fade that starts at the left and moves its way to the green, but then that's also moving back towards the water. Conversely, if you try and fly it over that water on the right side with a little bit of a draw, then the green starts to run out on the left side. Have I made it sound hard?
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance really for birdie, but really it was a rather poor approach shot. We often say, Rich, you should always try and make it. I got to disagree with that. Lag putting, it's just about taking the strain off the next one. There's always other holes to be played.
From that distance, you settle for 2 putts. That is a solid par putt right there. Frank, if you want to play this game at the highest level, and no doubt our players do, you have to sort of be tactical. When you break down shots or break down a hole, how would you break down this hole? In a very smart way.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at there. A lot of people would think 350 yards, you could bash a driver down there, you'd finish up in trouble. Well, the way to be aggressive on a strategic hole is to just put the first one in play in a position where you can attack with the second. And there's no shame in that. You can still walk off here more days than often than not with a 3.
Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in. Par yesterday, now for birdie. Just playing excellent golf. 5 under for the tournament. Now the second par 5 on this opening 9 here at PGA West. Frank, what are we looking at?
The bunker down the right side gives you that optical illusion because it sort of has that, well, when he goes after it like he is here.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Well, this is going to be an interesting day. The wind is howling, or as they would say in Scotland, just a wee breeze. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Well, he's going from back-to-back birdies. They're trying to jumpstart this round. You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run. Frank, the par 4 ninth at 452 yards is all you want.
You could make 5 here every day just by poking it down the left side, but who wants to do that? Force your hand to try and go down the right side. You might make the odd 3, make a few more 4s, but miss it on the right, and that's where you start to make a big number.
Well, that sets up well for a chance at the green here at the 9th. Frank, the tee shot was certainly challenging, and this second shot is as well.
Yeah, both the tee shot and the second shot require you to come in from that left side. The green itself angles to the right a little bit. The trouble, as we know, is all on the right side. But this is one of those holes. You can see it on the tee and on the second shot. If you write a 4 down, you're happy. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. With that birdie, moves one shot closer to the lead. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. And he keeps going. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air. That easy.
Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway. We'll settle. That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. And with that birdie, moves to 3rd place. There you have it, Frank. The second round is complete. What are your thoughts?
I think anybody looking at this leaderboard, anybody in the top 10 of that leaderboard is certainly in a good position to win. Quality of the golf there in that first 10 is excellent.